Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about the Stark R&D Milestone event, which is going to be starting on Wednesday at, I think, 2 p.m. Pacific rather than 5 when we get the new event start time. So I'll have to see about that one. Also, we'll be talking very briefly about the Abomination month-long events as well. Some of the points that we have so far, what we're going to be expecting, and I just want to kind of go over that really quick as well. Unfortunately, what we don't have as of recording this video, we don't know what the Abomination orbs are going to be like. We don't know what like the drops look like in that, so I'll probably be talking about that in a separate video once we know more. That might have to wait until sometime after, you know, event start or store reset time on Wednesday to really figure that out. But if you're ready to go anyways, then you know what to do. Let's boil this down. And so that's exactly where I want to start, is talking about this Hulk Hunter Abomination month-long event for September. So basically what's changed from previous months is we're moving to an orb system rather than guaranteed shards, and we've 10 times the points. So instead of 50k, it's 500,000. And so I've kind of made a few assumptions which may or may not end up being correct, and we'll find out later on. I've actually, because we're getting a lot of the same events, but what we're not getting is we're not getting Victory Blueprint. And I think some people have already talked about that with regards to war rewards. That's not the purpose of this video here. But the Victory Blueprint event is gone from September, so that's not anything that you need to be concerned about. Now, in the month-long event, though, there's a total of 27 orbs. And so I was thinking to myself, because we don't have it in-game yet as of recording this, how many shards would be the minimum drop for this orb? We know that based on the data mines, we know that there's going to be a chance for 100 shards. Probably a super low drop rate. So it makes me think, well, what's the minimum drop? You know, because when we're on the back of Hulkbuster, right? So maybe I shouldn't be too generous, but, you know, how would we get to an unlock? How would we get to a 4-star free-to-play? Now, of these 27 orbs, 8 of them are on the far-end milestone, so part of me believes that that may or may not be free-to-play accessible necessarily. So for 19 orbs, you know, how many can we expect to get? So I would say 6 is what I was going to say, is that 6 could be the minimum drop. And if that's the case, and you multiply 27 by 6, you get 162 shards. And so that's just shy of 4-star. But, you know, there's RNG, right? So there's a chance that you'll still get 4-star. But, you know, I had to say that, you know, because we're moving away from guaranteed shards, that it must be a net negative. Right? There's no way. Why would they change the way that we do the events if it was going to be the same or better? So I think that it's going to be worse at a minimum drop rate than other events. I don't like RNG, so I think this is kind of dumb. If this is the case, then you're probably going to be unlocking Abomination at about this point, because this would be 19 orbs, and so 19 times 6 is, well, you know, a little bit less than that. I think 19 times 6 is 114 shards, right? So that's kind of where I'm thinking that it's going to be free to play, but I'll adjust this as we go along through the month anyways. And so we're here at week 1 with the Stark R&D. Now I have 35,000 in here because it's actually, you're getting 58.35 for each serum, but you're getting this 6 times because it's a daily milestone, and we're going to talk about that when we get there. So I've just multiplied the total amount of points times 6, and this is actually what you're getting, which is more in line with actually what the values of the other items are as well. And then for the actual points that you get in the milestone itself, you're getting 47.66 on top of the serum, but you're getting it 6 times as well. So actually the Stark R&D milestone is worth 28,596. It's a super random ass number, plus the 35,000 that you're getting from the serum. So all in all, it's worth, I don't know, almost 60,000 total. And so for the quick rumbles, that's something that they didn't tell us either in the blog post, was that they didn't tell us like how many points we're getting. Previously it used to be 1,300. And so you see that now it's 500,000 for the milestone. I took the quick rumble and I multiplied it by 10. Now I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if that means that the quick rumbles are going to be worth 13,000 or not. We'll find out come Thursday when we get our first one. And then coordinated assault, I did the exact same thing. It used to be 3,900. I multiplied it by 10, and we got 39,000. We're getting 2 of those, and then, of course, 4 quick rumbles, and then I put them all in there. And just by that alone, we're actually almost at 400,000 out of a potential 500,000 free to play. That is if all of my numbers stay correct, of course. So we'll see when that goes live, whether or not that's the case. So if I'm right about Quick Rumble, that means all the other Quick Rumbles will be the same. And then we're getting Coordinated Assault on September 4th, which is going to be on Sunday. So not until on the weekend. So we'll see about that one. So let's talk about this event, though, this Stark R&D Milestone. And so just to be very clear, that this is a daily milestone that's going to run 6 times. So you're going to be doing it 6 times. And this involves blitzing with Bionic Avengers, and spending gold. But I want to say right now that this is going to be a good opportunity. Oh, my picture cut off. This is a good opportunity to save some of your gold, because they're basically combining the High Roller milestone with this milestone. And so for that reason, I think for these 6 days, I'm actually not going to spend gold, and I'm just going to compensate by blitzing, because I want to save my gold a little bit for Red Hulk coming out, and I think that's a good idea for a lot of people. So if you don't want to spend your gold, but you were concerned because you wanted to get those 50 power cores to, min-max your gold spending, then for 6 days you could do like I am and just do some extra blitzing to make up for that. So the total milestone points that you are required for this milestone is 15 million. That includes some extra blue 4 ions. That's, to be honest, that's a large part of what you're missing between 8 million and 15. If you want to get all the items and all the currency for the event, then you only need to get up to 8 million, which is good. So I have a couple of scenarios that's for 8 million and for 15 million if you want to go the extra mile in order to get those blue 4 ions, which is worth quite a bit, actually. I think it's in here, but I think it's about like 75,000 every single day, so it's quite a bit. It's like maybe worth at least half a character. So the total mutated cells, like I said before, is about 28,596. That's on top of the serum that we saw in the previous chart as well. So if you win a Blitz or Blitz Sim, which I recommend simming, it's the same points, you're getting 50,000 per win. And then if you use Bionic Avengers, you get 70,000 per character. So I want to make that very clear that these points are per character, and it's additive depending on how high your gear tier is. And so why this is important is, if you have a gear 13 or gear 16, I have 2 gear 16 Bionic Avengers. It's going to be a very easy for me because I'm going to get a crap ton of points. And so I have that kind of pointed out here as well that I want people to really understand. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't have them geared up, because if you have even 4, if you didn't unlock Hulkbuster, but you still have 4 to 5, you're getting 330,000 per win with them, which is still a lot. So 4 times 70,000 plus 50,000, that's 330. 400,000 if you do have Hulkbuster and use the full team together. So it's a lot of points for this event. So I can't understate how important it is to use Bionic Avengers for additional points, especially when you use your Blitz charges like 25, 25, 25, 50, 50. And if you do that every single day, that's like an additional, that's like 6 or 7, easy attacks there with your Bionic Avengers, even just on one rotation. So just make sure you get those Bionic Avenger attacks in to maximize your points. Now, since I don't know where people have all of their Bionic Avengers at, I haven't included it into the final numbers, but just know that this chart is here. Check, what gear tier your Bionic Avengers are and how much points that you're going to get per win for that. So full Bionic Avengers is 400k. At G13, it's 575. At 15, it's 775. 16, it's 1.05 million. And then I haven't done 17 because, frankly, I don't know how many people are at Gear 17 Bionic Avengers. But if that's you, you don't need to watch this video, and you're probably just going to, pass this super easy. Anyways, now without Bionic Avengers, though, so in terms of the total number of stuff that you need to do, it's 160 Blitz wins every single day if you don't use Bionic Avengers. And that's equivalent to about 4.5 rotations at 35 wins. Now, this is for doing this for the 8 million points. So if you're just looking to do the event currency and stuff like that, it's about 4.5 rotations. Now, if you want to go all the way to 15 million, it's almost impossible if you don't have Bionic Avengers, because it's 8.57 rotations, which is a lot. Is more than what you can do on a daily basis. So what that basically means is that you kind of do need to have Bionic Avengers at a certain point in order to be able to get to that 15 million in a daily, in 24 hours. So hopefully this is largely to get all the way to that 15 million. You're going to want probably, I would guess, at least Gear 15 Bionic Avengers. That way you're getting about 775k per win. And that way that's going to help reduce the total amount of, blitzing that you need to do to get you to that goal, if 15 million is where you want to get. Now, I do want to talk about something really important, and that's the leaderboard. I don't know why my picture's cutting out a little bit here. So I've just ripped this out specifically from the blog post here, and it suggests that there is a daily leaderboard payout every single day based on your points. Now, if we go to the blog itself, it's not laid out super clear, because we go to the it talks about the web milestone, which we'll also talk about, but then it talks about the leaderboard below the web milestone, which is the spreadsheet that I have, or the picture that I have here, which suggests that it says you need 125,000 to qualify. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but it does say that. And so what's important and why I want to bring this up is because there's mutated cells which is event currency for the Abomination month-long event. And if that's the case, that people who are only in the top 100 are going to qualify for these mutated cells. And so what does that mean? How much is these cells going to impact the month-long event? And is that going to screw you out of not completing the month-long event by not getting here in the top 100 for these extra currency? Or is this just, that's what it is, extra currency? I don't know. And we won't know until later on in the month. But as far as other stuff that you're getting in this, you're getting augmented gamma radiation. And if you're getting this on a daily basis, even here at the 11 to 25% mark, that it actually encourages you to push more and blitz more during these 6 days. Because for augmented gamma radiation, even every single day goes up to 6 and 8. That's a lot. You know, if you're getting this times 6, that's 4 times 6 is 24, and up at the higher end at 1%, that's 8 times 6, that's 48. So that's a lot of gamma radiation when we're talking about characters that need to be built, such as Hulk, such as Abomination, such as Iron Man, maybe even if you want to, if you have extra ones, and possibly Red Hulk. We don't know what his unique is going to be, but that's a lot of extra uniques, especially teal uniques, that you can use to put towards these characters. So I want to make that clear. It doesn't say here that it's daily, but it does say 125k for this blind leaderboard. And I think, and after talking with my my Discord, we also believe that this is possibly daily. So we'll find out. But we've never had a daily leaderboard payout in association of a milestone. So that would be pretty crazy for the amount of uniques that they're chucking out. And also the Elite Force, there's like a full Elite Orb in here. So I don't know if this, maybe it's just over the course of the 6 days. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Daily or over the course of the 6 days. But I don't know how that's possible because the actual milestone itself, the Hulk Hunter milestone, is daily. So how do they keep up with the score then? I think this needs some clarification a little bit because it is a little bit confusing, I will admit. I'm not sure because it says right here, it's a 1-day milestone that takes place six days total. So if the leaderboard is associated with this, I don't know how they keep track of the score because it's just going to reset every time, right? So to me, that suggests it's daily, but I think this is too much actually, now that I think about it. Like an Elite 5 orb, 6 times? That sounds like a lot. The augmented gamma radiation aside, you know, both of this sounds like too much. And there's a good chance this is fucked up, because they have screwed up blog posts with relation to milestones, especially web stuff before as well, or other things that it's not accurate. So we'll have to find out about that, but I just want to make very clear that this is the possibility. Let's talk about really quickly before we end the video though, about the joint venture web milestone, because this is about Stark Tech credits. Again, it says it's a 6-day milestone and not a daily milestone, but the amount of points in here is very small. Now, it does give you tier 2 or blue 4 ions, but it's not a lot. You can see it's 6250 plus 7500. That's like 13,750 for the whole 6 days. That seems a bit weird too. It seems more likely that it's a daily milestone, but that's not what it says here. And so it requires you to get to 700 points. How do you get to 700 Stark Tech points, right? You know, you have to go into your game and you have to go to the Alliance window. You have to go to Alliance donation. Each one of these boxes, if you just donate 10,000 of gold a day, you're going to get 10 Stark Tech credits plus the boxes. And you can get all the way up to the 4th box, free to play. And each one of these boxes give you 100 Alliance credits, or Stark Tech credits, basically. And so you could get 400 plus the 10, so 410 in one day. You could get this big box, which again only gives you another 100 credits, but you would have to spend cores to do that. Now, again, going back to the box here, the milestone, it says it finishes at 700, which means that you'd be able to finish this in 2 days if it's a 6-day milestone. So part of me thinks that this is a daily milestone as well. A lot of the web milestones often are 1-day or 2-day milestones, so this seems a bit unusual for me to think that that's it for 6 days. So if that's the case, then you're likely to get, what did I say, 410, which means that you're only actually going to complete the first 3 milestones, because milestone 4, 5, and 6 are higher than that. So how would you get to those milestones? Well, would probably involve you spending cores, because you would have to refresh and then donate on the elite level, which is 100 cores, to give you 90 Stark Tech credits, which would eventually get you to this final box and add in 100. So if you were getting to this final box, that would be 500 plus the 90 that you get here. You also get 150 for your daily objective. So that's how you would get to 700, is that you would get the 500 from these 5 boxes, plus 90, that's 590, and then 150 from your daily objective. that would be 740. So that's how you would get to this on a daily basis if it is, which is what I'm thinking that it's going to be. But once again, let me know in the comments down below. We'll find out on Wednesday exactly which it is. And that's what I think is the most annoying about all this, is that it's not clear. The blog posts still need some work. They need some clarification. They need to be more robust in terms of the information that they give us, because there's almost always something wrong. I personally believe that the Joint Venture Web Milestone is a daily milestone. The leaderboard, I'm honestly unsure if this is daily or just over the course of the event. If it is over the course of the event, I don't know how they're going to calculate the points, frankly. And then, of course, there's going to be a leaderboard as part of the Hulk Hunter month-long event, but that's the same as every other month-long event. So that's going to be it. Let me know in the comments down below what you're going to be doing with this. Like I said, I personally recommend, based on the chart, don't spend your gold, just blitz a little bit more. But if you only want to go to 8 million, that's perfectly okay too. And I think it'll be quite easy to get to the 8 million because you're getting 50,000 per blitz win. And even for newer accounts, I think that'll be a little bit easier. But if you want to get the blue 4 ions at the very end, it's going to take you more blitzing or higher gear to your Bionic Avengers. So that's the end of this video. This chart will be made available in my Discord channel if you're interested. So go check that out as well. And of course, everyone, until next time, stay safe and healthy. And I'll see y'all later. Boilon signing out.